All right, everyone, here we go with the June 2025 thank you reading. My way of saying thanks for anybody that's giving me a nickel for anything I do around here, whether it's extendeds, donations, whatever it is. Thanks. Even if you chuck the nickels at my house and I gotta go out in the yard and pick them up, that's fine too. Pretty laid back energy right now. It's Sunday, June 1st. Here I am. It's early in the morning here. It's like 7:20, something like that, I guess. Unless my battery died in my clock again. It's a pretty laid back energy here. I got somebody spying on you. Right? And on my surface read, my pre-shuffle, I said, what's this reading about for these people here for the thank you reading? I've got you know how I'm shaking it? Well, I am. I'm shaking it because that's what the energy's doing. I've got a very shaky spying energy here. I've got the Nine of Swords crossing the Page of Swords. There's somebody's nervous. This is somebody spying nervously. This is almost someone casing out the joint, kind of a thing like that, right? Nervously watching, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if they're just thinking about you. That could be spying, thinking about you, watching it or looking at your picture. But it's either way, they got a lot of anxiety about it with the Nine of Swords. This person has, notice I said past tense, has felt safe. Six of Wands, victory, and the Seven of Wands, keeping a distance, the high ground. Not casing out the joint energy, right? They have felt safe. They definitely have. I think that's changing. The most powerful card I could pull, the World. I think it's not enough anymore in the new energy. So whatever that means. It could just be an energy. It could be a person. I'm just reading energy. So it could be an energy that now was lingering around you that's now coming in. It could be that. For most of you, I'm sure it's a person. It's Steve's Love Tarot. You know, and this is what I pull on the Soulmate cycle. So somebody you got a connection with that's felt perfectly fine keeping their distance in this new energy that we're moving into. Oh, when it is new, especially when Jupiter changes signs and oh, it's new. We got some new energy coming. It's not enough anymore. So somebody's going to do something about this anxiety, though. I don't think it's like I have to now go get something that I'm totally in love with or someone that I'm totally into. It's someone is tired of feeling this way, so they want to straighten it out. Now, this can play out a lot of ways. This can be somebody finally asking you out. It could be somebody finally telling you off. It could be somebody approaching you about something that they see when they're spying on you that they don't like. And it's time for them to say something, right? I don't know, you know. This could be any of that, you know. A lot of times this is the energy right before somebody posts a review of something on Amazon, right? Especially if it's a negative review. This is their anxiety. Oh, I want to rip into them, right? They'll proofread it like 9 times before they put it up, and they got like 40 pictures with it. You know the person. It could be that. But for most of you, this is somebody who spying's not enough anymore. But they're coming in to alleviate that Nine of Swords. So it's not like this is an Ace of Cups or something, or a Knight of Cups. We're coming in to talk about the Nine Swords. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. It's a thank you reading. It is what it is. I'm not going to give you a rainbow unicorn reading just because it's a thank you. I'm going to be honest with you. It's somebody who's coming in, who's been watching you, thinking about you, looking at your picture, that wants to alleviate the Nine Swords aspect of that. All right? Make themselves feel better, maybe, but that's people. That's just reality. It's not reality to talk about a bunch of unicorns and crazy, everything's going to work out wonderful and it's all going to be terrific, right? And the animals will play together. The lambs and the lions will get it's all, you know, you can't, energy doesn't work that way anyway, you know. So it's okay. It's not a bad thing. Somebody might ask you out. And if they do, if it's somebody who asks you out or wants to straighten something out with you, whatever it is, it's been bothering them. A big deal. A big time bothering them with that Nine of Swords. Okay. However, for you, it's probably not that big a deal. You think they're worried about nonsense, maybe, you know. Geez, you could have asked me out before. Why didn't, you know, I'm no big deal. You know, that kind of a thing. All right, whatever. It's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. Could just be one thing I say, and it might not even have anything to do with the reading. All right? This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. There's a whole playlist of these. Maybe the June 2024 thank you reading is more for you than this one. I don't know. Go check it out. I don't even remember what it was. All right. I'm almost done shuffling. I'm just killing time right now. Okay. All right. Yeah, somebody come. Look, you can see it for yourself. It's 8 wands, in case you don't know this deck. It's the 8 of wands. All right? I mean, you could see it for yourself. It's right there. That's the overall energy of the cards I'm going to pull. I'm going to pull 3 cards and a bottom card. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. It is what it is. You got communication coming. What's crossing this? Queen of Cups. Well, that's encouraging, isn't it? From somebody who loves you. You got communication coming from somebody who has lovey-dovey feelings for you. Uh-huh. What does that mean? Does that mean it's banging and all that? Well, it could be a family member. Family members have love. It's just a cup of love. It's just a cup of love. I was going to get crazy, but it's just a cup of love. It's not a cup of something else. No, it is. It's just a cup of love. That's all. But yeah, it feels a little lovey-dovey to me. It feels like you make somebody very happy. They can't stop thinking about you with caught in your web here with the 8 of Pentacles. They can't distract themselves from you. It's hard to distract yourself from the sun, right? Or an inflamed butthole, if you want to look at it that way. That would be something you would notice every time you sat down. Every time this person sits down, they can't escape you. That's all. It's just, the cards are just mediums. It's just how the energy comes in. It is what it is. Look at it however you want. You're going to read energy and interpret things with your intuition the way you do. You know, and the energy around you will send it to you. Due to a frequency match, will send it to you in a way that makes sense to you. You just got to pay attention. That's all. It is what it is. Oh, what else? Yeah, somebody's making a choice. They've been hidden in the shadows. I get it. It's been a long time coming. The Ace of Pentacles. It's all there in the overall energy of the reading. Now, all of that is crossing the center card I'm going to pull. Okay? 6 of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. Ooh, that's interesting. Wait a second. Before we pull that, these are wimpy cards. Minor Arcana. Well, I mean, they're not wimpy, but you know, it's actually pretty good cardboard stock here. It's actually nice, but card stock, I should say. Yeah. Again, we had the 9 of Swords in the pre-shuffle. It's sort of an 8 of. It's represented by 8s here. They've been afraid of this. This is something that makes whoever this is very nervous. They see you as a risk, okay? This is like an investment or something, right? It's sort of a thing. The 6 of Pentacles. It's usually some person giving to charity or whatever. Anyway, you're a risk to this person to come in and give to. Let's see what's read with the 6 of Pentacles. Hopefully it's, I was going to say, hopefully it's something forward moving. It's a 9 of Wands. 9s are the end in tarot. I get it, right? It's a little bit overgrown. It's sort of, think of it, whoever this is sees you as a bit of a risk. Think of it as like something you've been anxious about. You're not sure whether you're going to do it. And you just have kind of this moment where you say, oh, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Right? I'm going to do it. It's something that they're doing it more for emotional reasons than they are for practical reasons. Okay? It probably doesn't make sense practically for whoever this is to say something to you. Probably. For whatever reason. I don't know. Okay? Witches. It's probably a King of Wands type energy. That's why it doesn't make sense. Of course, somebody's doing it for emotional reasons, and that doesn't make sense to them. They see the whole thing as a risk. It's this energy would, right? It's a risk to come talk to you. King of Wands been coming up a lot lately, hadn't he? He or she, doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, they always do. They were coming up before I came out here to YouTube. It was pulling on the Soulmate cycle. Man, all through 2019 and 2020, I couldn't get rid of the King of Wands. That fire energy was everywhere. Doesn't it? Jeez. Okay, 8 of Swords. Let's take a look at the anxiety and fear and overthinking. I will tell you, I'll give you a little extra on June. For the energy of June, try not to overthink too much. All right? Trust your intuition. All right? And let things come to you. In the month of June, if it's easy, it's probably meant to be. And if it's hard, you might want to kind of back off it a little bit and let it see if it settles itself, you know, rather than you futzing with it. Normally, I wouldn't tell you to take the path of least resistance, and I'm not really telling you that technically. I'm just saying that the things that are meant to be, especially for the next few months, are going to happen relatively easy. They're going to fall into place quite nicely. If you've got to put a lot of work into it, try and let it settle itself rather than you futzing with it too much. All right? It's an old Buddhist principle. Leave it alone. It'll settle itself. It's a bit of that in play right now. Okay? All right. Eight of Swords. All right. I just give it to you in a more pickup truck sort of way than maybe a guru would, right? Kind of a thing like that. Anyway, Eight of Swords. But yeah, same basic idea. So, all right. Come on now. Give me the Eight of Swords. Wow, I'm tired of shuffling. I'm getting carpal tunnel syndrome, and I don't have anybody to sue. I'm not going to sue myself. All right. Eight of Swords crossed by the Page of Cups. This is something new, foreign to this person. It's something new, something foreign to them, something they haven't done before. I feel like I'm on Pyramid and I'm trying to get you to say something, right? Something new, something foreign, something a little girl would wear. You know, it's like that. Well, Page of Cups, right? Page of Cups. That King of Wands, we have to remember that King of Wands. There's a lot of anxiety because this is something new. Think about kids this age, how hard it is for them to ask somebody out, right? They get all nervous and stuff. They might even puke a little, you know. I mean, what's on top here? It's hard. This person does see it as whoever this is, sees it as a real risk. It doesn't make practical sense at all. They should keep their mouths shut and keep their distance and just keep spying. I don't know why I'm coming out of the shadows is what they're saying. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I need to say how I feel. And I think it's part of this energy driving it. It is a little bit. It's all cup driven, which is way foreign, something brand new for this energy, for this person. All right. What's on top? If it's a job situation, because there are some pentacles here, like it might be for a few of you, you're not someone they would typically hire. Okay? Right? It's like somebody hiring me for a children's TV show. Right? The Children's Television Workshop is not really looking for Steve from Steve's Love Terror. Okay? It's a bit of that, but they go to take a shot. They're going to take a shot because they think some scenes with me and Big Bird might be funny. I don't know. Whatever. It's a risk, but, you know, I just feel like it's the right thing to do. So if it's a job for you, it's like that. It's not something that you're not the person they would normally hire for the position. All right, what's on top? Ten of Wands. It's tough. I mean, it's hard. Look, I'm not talking about how hard it is, how crazy it is. Look what I get. Brokeback Hierophant here. What's going on? No, I'm not saying he's gay. I'm just saying he's got heavy stuff on him there. All right? What's going on? I'm not tying him to Brokeback Mountain. What's going on with the Ten of Wands? Why is that here? The World. Yeah. In this energy, somebody can't carry the load. Okay? Somebody can't. They can't hold it any longer. They got to go. Can I put it that way? They got to tell you how they feel. It's coming out whether they do it or not. They want to do it on their terms. It doesn't make practical sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be somebody saying they love you. Somebody might be coming, again, like I said, around that Nine of Swords. It could play out a lot of different ways. It could be somebody coming to tell you off something that they don't like about you. Whatever. Okay. That's my response to anything like that. Lots of people like to tell me all the stuff they don't like about my channel. I'm like, okay. Well, why are you watching? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't watch things I don't like, so okay. You know, I'm me. I'm not going to change. So at the end of the day here, maybe that's your response to somebody if you're one of the people on the negative side. On the positive side, somebody just feels like it's a very emotional decision and it's way out of character for them, but they're going to do it. They're as nervous as this little girl right here, whether they're male or female. Something about a cycle change, something about new energy. I suspect it has a lot to do with what we talked about in the June readings, all that Cancerian energy flowing in, right? Jupiter harmonizing with the soulmate cycle and everything else, okay? All right, so I don't need any of these. I don't need to clarify any of those. I'll pull a bridging energy and then I'll pull one more little read. 10 Swords. Yeah, can't take it anymore. Can't hold it any longer. 10s are the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. I've got all new beginnings here. I've got a pair of 10s. Each one of these leads to a new beginning. And I've got the World, which is talking about why are these here? Because of the World. Because it's the most powerful card I could pull. And a new day is dawning. Okay? Well, it's been so long since they felt this way. Well, it's a line from Boston, the band, not the city. The band Boston's song "Don't Look Back" off their second album. Okay, and think about it. I mean, maybe those lyrics will help you here. You could Google. You don't have to listen to. I know you're all into hip hop, and I get you. Just go Google the lyrics. You don't have to suffer through the song. All right. Well, if it's not your thing. All right. But there's something in there. Could just be one line. Could be a verse, could be the chorus. I don't know. There's a reason it's popping in here. All right. Okay. Let's pull. Well, let's leave that there. It is what it is. It's everything I said already. Let's pull your side of this. Okay. This is their side. Let's pull you. I'm going to pull on you. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's see where we go. Let's see where we're at here. Pulling on you. That sounds weird. Sounds like one of those where they have the naked girl and they got all the food on her at the buffet. The naked person. Sounds like I'm pulling on you. You're laying here naked and I'm pulling on you. I like that. That's part of the course with Steve Love Tarot. Let me tell you. All right, let's go. Let me pull on you. Let's see where we're at here. All right. Okay. We done. There you are, the Hermit. I like this. Yeah, what did I say? Rewind. I already said I gave you a Buddhist principle. Sort of the pickup truck version again. But I gave you the Buddhist principle of let it settle. Right? Leave it alone. It'll settle itself. This is you. For the next few months, quite frankly. But just looking at June, this is you. All things come to you. Right? And they'll come to you more efficiently if you don't give a shit whether you get them or not. All right? Just be cool. Be this. Focus inward, turn inward. That'll help too, okay? And again, if you have to put too much effort in and futz with it too much, leave it alone rather than futz with it. All right, it is what it is. Make your own decisions. But I'm telling you, that's how the energy's flowing. So, that's what I'll be doing. So, make your own decisions, do what you want. But I'm joining you in that energy. That came up in my offline reads. I'm sharing something that came up when I pull on energy offline. So, this is a limited audience here because not everybody gives me nickels for things I do around here, right? And this is for you guys. I single the energy out. So there we go. Page of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Wow. Damn. Look, what did I say? Rewind. Why am I your second favorite? I don't understand. This is a balanced energy. Look, it's effortless. Things that are meant for you, right? Well, what you're meant for fall into place effortlessly in this energy. This month, I'm going to tell you it's right up through about Lionsgate, which is August 8th. Okay? Right, or in that zone of time. Okay? So it's a while. It's a couple of months and then some. This is nice. It's really effortless. I'm pulling on you. Now, here comes something you didn't know. This person, that's you. That's the center energy, the base energy. But this is tied to all of this because it's a page, that's a page, right? It's tied to all of this. I'm just showing you the tie-in. This person is bringing something, information you didn't know before. It could be something that teaches you something about yourself. That'd be nice because then I could, take this reading deeper. But I don't think so. I think they're just telling you something you didn't know. Or it allows you, what you find out allows you to see this person in a different light. Maybe you don't see them as a love. I don't know. This could be a practical thing for you. I don't know. Let's see what's here. Seven of Pentacles. Let's pull one more on this. There he is, the Hierophant. Yeah. Why is that important? Because I called this guy Brokeback Hierophant, right? In this deck, that's sort of how the Hierophant is dressed. Somebody here basically is going to tell you how you've changed their life, how you've helped them. The timing feels right for them to do it because they've got something to show for it. Usually the King of Wands type energy won't come and talk to you unless they've got something to brag about, something to show for what they're saying, right? You're like, I got friends who I don't see until they get a new car or a new job or something like that because if there's nothing for them to brag about, if everything's still the same, they don't bother coming to see you, right? It's just like that. It is what it is. This person here, they've got something to show you. They want to show you how you've changed. And also, I don't want to say they've seen you as the guru. Well, maybe they have. I don't know. I'm going to clarify. I'm going to grab the little animal deck here. Clarify this shit over here. The Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles. It almost feels like and I don't know if this is right or not, it's just the way it feels, so don't hold it against me. But it almost feels like you're the last thing in a journey for this person. You know? You're the last thing on their checklist of things to do. This may be somebody who wronged you, and they've gone through a lot of changes, right? And they're just showing up. And it might feel very effortless to you. Again, with that Hierophant crossing there, it might feel very effortless. In fact, underneath that is a Three of Wands, and when I talk about effortless, you don't even have to know how to surf those waters. You know, I mean, you really don't. It's effortless. You're pretty much just paddling out and sitting there. You know, there's not even any surf. That's it. Smooth waters ahead, right? And again, this is also talking about, because it's smooth water, you're divinely guided. There's judgment, right? God sourced the universe itself. But the smooth water is talking about smooth sailing. It's like the Six of Swords on crack a little bit here. All right. Again, if you've got to put too much effort into it, you know, stop. Let it settle itself rather than futz with it. Things will flow to you in this energy, just like this person. Now, I'm pulling on the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles. Let me see what's going on here. Yeah, it's crossed by the Four of Cups. What's on top? The Ace of Cups. I was hoping to see that. I was hoping to see it because I've got cups in a lot of places. I got this here. She holds the Ace of Cups, right? I've got a little Page of Cups here. It's all cups on this person's side. And the Eight of Cups. More cups again on top of it all. Somebody wants to show you that they've changed. They want a second crack. They want to try again. They want to try to mend fences. I get that, but it's deeper than that. And it's the King of Wands. That's the Who. Yeah, we got all that. Well, let's keep pulling on it. It's the Page of Pentacles. That ties to this. They want to show you what they've learned. Okay. Again, energies like this, I said before, and we've already known that this was the King of Wands from when I picked up the Witches. Energies like this usually don't approach until they've got something that they can show you or brag about. Okay? In this case, it's not so much bragging as it is this person wants to show you that they're on your level. Okay? This was a burden. This is my Hierophant. This is a Hierophant. This is my Hierophant, Brokeback Hierophant, right, with big sticks on his back. Somebody here bothered this person a great deal, that either you thought you were above them or they felt like they were below you. Whichever it is, I don't know, it's going to be different for all of you. But either way, it bothered this person. It always bothers the King of Wands. So they're coming in to show you what they've learned. Let's pull again. The Hangman, they've changed. They got a new perspective. They've gone on. They've done some soul. The Knight of Wands has done some soul searching. Now, when you look at these three energies together, I was just going to say, you know, sort of a Steve way of putting it here. I was just going to say the King of Wands does soul search, but it's not very deep. Okay, it's you know, I mean, it's all the soul search. The dark night of the soul is on the level of a page. Let's be honest, okay? But it's certainly an improvement. It's certainly something, all right? It's something that we can sink our teeth into. And right here, Justice, final card I can pull. I can pull up to 3 off of that. There's Justice. Somebody wants to show you. The black cat and the white cat are about to have a conversation. Somebody wants to show you that they've changed, that they've gone on this journey. They're impressed with their own damn selves, and they think you can start over, or they think you can try anyway to fix the 8 broken cups. I don't know. But something about you or any kind of conflict you had with this person was a real burden to them. And they need to put an end to that. The energy is conducive for it. It's happening automatically. It's almost like, it is. It's happening automatically. Somebody's acting way out of character here because there's a lot of emotion with this. And the King of Wands doesn't like that. Now, they're coming in very passionately, but it's a risk. It does not make practical sense. In fact, practicality, the Pentacles say no. Woo, put the brakes on, motherfucker, right? But that's not enough to stop them here. The wall isn't enough to stop them. All right? See what I'm saying? All right, let's go. I try to point out, you know, the cards are just mediums. I don't need them, but I try. I know some of you read cards, right? You know, I try to show you how you tie things together and how you look at things. If you know, if you want the lesson, you can have it. You know, just pay. I try to point some stuff out. If not, whatever. It's cool. But either way, it shows you. It hammers it home. I'm not just pulling it out of my ass. It's right here. Yeah, they went on a dark night of the soul. You know, the King of Wands, though. So It's on the level of a page, but they're pretty damn proud of themselves. I'll tell you what. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you, and we'll go. I'm going to go back to, you know what? I'm going to go back to the original deck we started with. All right? And remember, somebody here, whoever this person is, they can't distract themselves from how happy you make them. Right? Like I said before, they can't distract themselves. Every time they sit down with that inflamed butthole, it's all about you. Could be good, could be bad. I don't know. Some people like that sort of thing. I have no idea. Let's see what else the universe wants to tell you. One card and a crossing card. Let's do it. All right. Let's see where we're at. Come on now. What else you want to tell everybody before we go? It's June 2025. Thank you, reading universe. These are the people that gave me a nickel for something I did around here, whatever it is. All right, so what do you want to tell them? Make it good. One card, a crossing card. Don't say anything stupid. Oh, it's not stupid. Oh, it's not. The bottom card's the Hierophant. We can't get rid of this motherfucker. These are there are big things happening for you. Oh, Jesus, yeah. The Three of Swords. There's a what is this? Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. There's this element in the energy, the way it feels, of everything's going to be all right. Everything's fine. There's some sort of new, well, it's not a dark night of the soul like this type of thing over here where you do a lot of inner work and do the soul searching and things like that. It's not. There's some sort of divinely guided, almost like you wake up with it. You wake up, just as an example, just catch my drift. You know, you don't want to take me literally, but it's sort of like you wake up and you go, I get it now. I understand why that had to happen. There's something that's happened to you, and I don't think maybe with your runner. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be something from childhood. I don't know. Might even be a past life energy that you've been dragging around with you, right? And you don't know what's this thing weighing me down. I can't place it, kind of a thing. Usually you can find those because you'll have dreams that feel like deja vu-y, but you can't really place it, like it never happened to you. You know, you'll have a dream that you were in, I don't know, Belgium or something, and you were never there. You know, so you've never been there, so why would you feel like it felt like home, kind of a thing? Usually you can track that down that way, but without, not a lot of detail, but at least it can clue you in. But whatever this is, something that has hurt you, you get almost this instant understanding of why it had to happen. And it just, I don't know, it just soothes your soul. There's some kind of soul-soothing energy. It's like a cream. You know, sort of a thing. It's like what the proctologist might prescribe for that inflamed butthole on the sun card I showed you, right? You get a little preparation H for that. You know, it's nice. Whatever it is, it's nice. It sets in really nice, and you end up feeling really good. And underneath that, it makes you stronger, right? And it makes you go for some things. There's a lot of powerful energy. These three huge cards. That's not major arcana, but it's a court card. It feels like it would be in a sandwich between the Hierophant and the fucking Strength card. It's huge. Underneath that is a Tower. I mean, look at these. These are the cards in the environmental energy around you. The Emperor and the Chariot. I mean, that's as far as I can go. But, my God, you know. So, what it's telling you here is whatever that Three of Swords is, there's some Three of Swords that's been weighing you down. It's going to be different for all of you. You don't have to do anything here. It just comes to you why you had to go through that. And that knowledge makes you feel better. You're gaining a lot of knowledge. This right here. It's not just from this person coming in. That's like a separate issue. I don't think the Three of Swords here is tied to this person. Okay? I don't think so. Again, yeah, just read the energy. That's my interpretation of it. It feels like a different frequency to me. And I'm usually pretty good at separating frequencies. So, overall, looks like a pretty good month for you. But I think most of this energy, again, especially the advice I gave you about letting things come to you and things like that, if you got to futz with it too much, leave it alone. See if it fixes itself. All things settle on their own, right? That energy does stretch right up until about Lionsgate. Right? So that's your reading. That's your thank you for June 2025. I appreciate it. And I hope this reading was helpful. Good luck.